Okay, Mom. What the fuck?
You should thank your boy Taylor. He helped me with, like, my breakfast today.
Okay, what's your point in saying that?
What was saying?
Okay, cool, for sure. What the fuck?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, it's a girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to talk about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 10, and let's get right into the video because 3 new bombshells enter the villa. Jalen, Iris, and Pepe. So basically after the whole little challenge situation, the guys and the girls went to have their little separate chats. So guys came in, they were talking, basically, you know, Jalen basically said that he had his eyes on Olandria, that his best kiss was Olandria. So Pepe, he didn't really give too much of who he was really checking for. But, you know, obviously he's looking for Sierra, Hannah as well. So that's where we have it over there. So then Iris, she's talking with the girls and she said that she, you know, her type would be Nick. That so Sierra kind of felt like a little way a bit that, you know, someone's coming in for Nick. Also, she was like asking everybody about their situations. So we have Huda basically saying that her and Jeremiah are the strongest, you know, couple in there right now.
Me and Jeremiah, we are probably like the strongest couple in here.
Are you guys like officially closed off?
We're not officially closed off in word terms, but but as of right now, like, he doesn't want nobody else. I don't really want nobody else.
So everybody was just like, all right, strongest couple right now. She said they're not closed off, but they're like very close to being closed off. So that's what she was basically insinuating with, you know, Iris. So then later on, Huda and Jeremiah had a chat, and she was basically telling Jeremiah he needed to step up. He needed to step his game up. So he was like looking at her like, you serious? Like, you being for real right now?
Like, can you do more?
You did us. So it's just been a lot. The stuff I've been having to process between us the last few days has been a lot. You know what I'm saying? You have a whole kid. It's not like that's a bad thing, but it's just like I'm still getting my bearings.
Like, what do you mean step up more? And he basically told her that, like, you're a mom. Like, that, which was kind of like mad rude. Like, she told you that in confidence, and then you're like, what do you mean step up some more? But I guess she wants him to do, like, you know, the meditation things and the yoga things and the breakfast hibachi, whatever. Like, he wants him to do little things, and I guess he just keep on saying, like, well, he's still processing this information of her being a mother to him. So, like, you need to chill with the whole, you need to do more, you need to do little things. So he was kind of not feeling that comment, but it is what it is. Pepe also has a chat with Amaya. You know, him and Amaya had a little chat. Seemed like they're hitting it off. You know, Maya's just glad that somebody's not Ace, because Ace is really just not giving her any time of day at all. So, you know, she's glad that there's a bombshell that's like, you know, speaking to her, willing to speak to her. So anyway, we get to the next day. Ace is telling Taylor, like, he needs to step it up, step your game up. Like, this guy's a countryman, you know, very much Olandria's type. Like, if you really want to keep Olandria, you need to step your game up. So basically, Taylor, he got Austin actually to facilitate this, like, yoga date with Olandria and, like, meditation thing. So he's doing meditation with Olandria and whatnot. Olandria's kind of like peeping, like, you know, why are you applying pressure? Like, are you applying pressure because a bombshell's in here and, like, really interested in me? Or, like, do you really want to? So she's kind of just trying to see Taylor's game, like, he really, you know, messing around, you know, with her with that, because 1 minute it's just like he's a slow burner, but now he's being handsy and, you know, wanting to do some meditation situation. Anyways, moving on to this whole Austin Ace Shelly situation, you know, seems like Shelly really liked Austin because they cuddled in bed the night, and then, you know, they're doing, you know, whatever in a couple, whatever. But then Ace, he's over here doing some yoga thing, and they have Nick facilitating it. So it's kind of like, you know, she likes the spontaneous stuff, but then she's also growing closer to Austin, so she's still in a pickle. She still don't know who she really want to be in a couple with, which is like, these options for Shelly just not looking too good at all. You got Ace over here talking about there's no triangle. Shelly knows where home is, which is like, it does not give.
Shelly and you and Austin are in that love triangle right now?
There is no love triangle. She knows where home is at the end of the day.
Also, Ace, seemingly, I said this before, like, he just basically has Shelly as a back burner option. Like, if it was really about Shelly, he would have picked her in the coupling. So he just having her as a backup option, and he's allowing, you know, trying to see where she would go, and if she drops Austin for him, but then now he's talking to Iris, and he's kind of feeling a little, you know, a little frazzled with Iris, and seem like, you know, they're having good conversations. Like the conversations he's having with Iris, I have yet to hear a conversation like that with Shelly. Like, you know, he's talking to Iris, and it's like kind of flowing, it's kind of, you know, giving a vibe. You know, with him and Shelly, is like, it's not giving in conversation aspect. So it's like, is that the man for you, Shelly? Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. And then he had like another conversation with, you know, Iris, and it just seems like, you know, he's telling Taylor like not to tell anybody about his conversation with Iris, like like keep it on the low. But if you were about Shelly and you were applying pressure to Shelly, like, you know, why as soon as a bombshell came in, you kind of like want to be hush hush about it? Like, you're not even in a couple with Shelly, so like chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, why want to be sneaky about you having a conversation with Iris? Like, it's not giving, you know, you putting Shelly as a priority. Because as soon as Shelly knows, like, you not trying to prioritize her, she might drop you. So, like, what game are you playing at, Ace? But I mean, we need a new bombshell for Shelly, but we're probably gonna have to wait for a while before we get that, because they gave us 2 guys, so we're probably gonna have to wait a little minute before somebody really come in for her, or till cast on more, really. And usually by that point, everybody's kind of like settled with, you know, their couples, or starting to feel like they like whoever they're with a little bit more. So we have yet to see what goes on, but that's what's going on in the villa. So anyhow, you know, Nick is being pulled by Iris as well for chats. You know, Sierra's kind of like trying to be cool with it, okay with it, but then goes out Pepe. He's also picking Sierra for chats, and he's like vibing with Sierra, and it seems like it's going well. So it's kind of like, you know, it can go either way. It can go either way with between the whole Pepe Nick. So then we have another Huda and Jeremiah argument, because when they got ready for the morning, you know, the guy's making the breakfast, you know, Jeremiah brings, you know, Huda some pancakes, and as the pancake wasn't cooked all the way. So Huda's like, you know, it's not cooked all the way, I'm not gonna eat it. So she's gonna make her own breakfast. So she goes in the kitchen, makes her breakfast. I guess she asked Taylor to help her with the pancakes. So her and Jeremiah having a little conversation, and she's like, yeah, you didn't cook the pancakes all the way, so I didn't eat it. I got somebody else to help me. And I guess she like told that to, you know, Jeremiah. He's like, you know, you were in the kitchen right there, and you didn't even help me with breakfast. Like, if you supposed to be coupled up with me, like, you as a man supposed to be helping me with breakfast. Like, she trying to say that to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah's just like what? Like, what are you talking about? So she had like a big situation about this breakfast situation, and like how he's not really taking her seriously about her, you know, doing little stuff for her and whatnot. And he's just like, what are you talking about? Like, you need to chill, like, you know. And then also in the beginning of the conversation, she was like, oh, eat your breakfast because you're a man. And he was like, okay, mom. Like, their conversations are very much giving passive aggressive in the relationship, and I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna last long. I mean, if it does, that will surprise me, but like, Jeremiah has been looking at the things that she's been doing that he's kind of finding like as an ick factor, but he's been also reassuring her, so she's believing like, okay, you know, they're locked in. She doesn't see anybody else for her in that villa, and I feel like she's gonna be one track mind with Jeremiah. Like I don't think any other guy's gonna change her head or like sway her given the opportunity, really and truly. I mean, unless something drastic happens, but she's been all in on Jeremiah. She's talking to him during the bed, talking about like, oh, if you're gonna share the location with me, you know, talking about girlfriend. He's like, they're like, it's only day 10. It's only 10 days in. Like, why are we talking about location? Like, he's like, if we're still together, like, if we're together, like, he's not giving her no for sure of like, oh, this is gonna be us moving along. He's like, if we're still together, like, and she's trying to be like, yeah, we're locked in, we're good, and that's not where it's at. Like, he's still telling Iris like he's open to get to know her. I mean, Iris then later pulls him for a chat, and the chat of Iris was kind of like, you know, he just kind of saying like, you know, he put a lot of like energy and work with Huda, that, you know, just because a new bombshell came in, he's not gonna drop them like that, but he's still giving, you know, an opening for her to like approach him. So then later on, Huda's talking to Amaya about the situation. Amaya's just like, you know, Jeremiah's doing enough. Like, Jeremiah's doing stuff. Like, she's trying to be the voice of reason. And Huda just like, oh, like, if he doesn't step his game up, he's gonna lose me. I'm gonna walk away. Like, I know my worth, da-da-da-da.
Well, yeah, I want Jeremiah to act right.
I feel like he has been acting right, though. He has been. No?
He's not doing enough. I'm like, do you even like me? Like, you can be the finest man in the world. I can be so damn attracted to you, and I will still fucking leave. This is the way you act.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And just like, you're already losing him, Huda. Like, chill. Like, you're already losing him. And the thing is, he was sitting like maybe a whole yard away from her on the beanbag, so he probably heard the entire conversation that Amaya and Huda was having. So just like, you are right there. Like, you could have probably told him in his face about the whole situation. But it's just like, you see how fast the night changes? Like, week 1, day 2, you were talking about you guys need to have some real men, and now you over here begging your real men for bare minimum breakfast and arguing about the bare minimum breakfast, and he needs to step his game up. Like you can see how fast the night changes. Now the biggest plot twist was Hannah and Pepe. So it was kind of mad disrespectful, but you know, it is Love Island, you know, and they were probably coupled up for what, 2-3 days, so it really not that deep. But Pepe comes into the kitchen while Hannah and Charlie were making some guacamole or whatever, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna come in, so you're gonna need to leave. Like, the way he came into the kitchen was like, oh, I'm gonna come in here and like talk to your girl, so you're gonna have to leave.
I have to go the other way. Because we're hanging out in here.
Say again?
I said, you're going to have to go the other way. Because I'm going to take her and hang out in here.
You guys are going to have to hang out somewhere else, bro. I'm making guacamole here.
And then Charlie was like, no, I'm making guacamole. You guys gonna need to leave. So then Pepe was just like, well, like, do we want to talk now or do you want to talk later? And she was like, oh, we can go now. So she left him in the kitchen by himself making guacamole. So everybody saw that, like, you know, they're making guacamole together, but you up and left him for Pepe. So they go over here into like some room and they're talking and whatnot. And then, you know, Charlie over here, Austin comes over there to help him finish the guacamole. And then Charlie over here pulls Shelly for a chat. So I'm guessing Shelly is his like best girl to talk to in the villa, because I'm like, why are you picking Shelly for a chat? Like, what? So like, just to talk about the situation. So Shelly trying to like reassure him that, like, you know, don't think about him and her kissing, because he's like, you know, I feel like something's gonna go down, which he was kind of right about that. And she was like, don't think about them kissing, take that out your mind, and like, even if they do kiss, doesn't mean that she's dropping you, Like, she's trying to reassure him, you know, stick up for Hannah, like, don't really like try to like paint Hannah out to be the bad guy. But the editors were so messy, because while they're talking, Hannah's over here kissing Pepe. And it wasn't even like a 1-2 kiss. It was like a full-on kiss, then some more, and like
Kissing, or she likes him, or this or that. No, she's getting to know someone. Do not worry about that man. You should not worry about that man until she tells you to worry about that man.
Call me baby, talk. Come break down these walls.
Charlie over here talking to Shelly, basically like trying not to freak out about the whole situation. But anyhow, yeah. So now we have a vote, and the vote was basically out of the 3 bombshells, who should he coupled up with. So I voted for Jeremiah to be coupled up with Iris, even though Iris is not really feeling Jeremiah because, one, she saw the hickey on Jeremiah's neck, and then I guess, you know, Jeremiah didn't really give her much to work with in that conversation, so she's really like feeling Nick and Ace more, especially Ace with the 2 conversations that they have. That's where Iris is at. So, but I picked Jeremiah because we already know Huda's about to crash out. And she's gonna be like, you know, America does not want us to be together. What am I missing? She's gonna like start second guessing herself. So that's gonna be a big crash out. Then for Jalen, I picked Olandria because Taylor, he wasn't doing all of this the first 9 days in. So him stepping up his game just because Jalen's in there and her type to a T is kind of like messy. So of course we picked, you know, Jalen and Olandria to be together. Now Pepe, he's interested in Sierra and Hannah, and he just like had a whole full-on kiss with Hannah. So I picked Hannah because, like, do I need to say more? So that's the vote. We're gonna see probably Sunday night, Monday night how that goes and falls out, but it's gonna be probably really interesting to see how everything works out. But anyway, guys, that was episode 10 of Love on USA season 7. No episode tomorrow, just after sun. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.